Hey, so you're starting your appliance repair business and it's time to expand and you don't know who to hire first. Should you hire a CSR in your appliance repair business? Should you hire a technician in your appliance repair business? So through this video, I'm going to walk you through the pluses and minuses on what should you do based on a couple of different situations. So what's up, everybody? It's your boy, Marcus the Money Man, the Appliance Boss, back with another video. I hope you enjoy. Go ahead, subscribe, give a like, and get this information. It should provide.
Welcome to the Appliance Boss channel.
Now, this is a problem that a lot of business owners, especially if you're a one-man show, you're running your own appliance repair business, struggle with, right? You're making so much income coming in based on the revenue that you're bringing in as a technician, and now you want to be able to duplicate yourself so that way you can bring in more revenue. But the problem is you're barely holding on to answering the phone calls that you have right now. Sometimes calls or sometimes your call flow of incoming leads slows down, increases, slows down, and you're just really uncertain about what should you do. Do you need to hire somebody that's on the phones that is going to cost you money, right? Or will you hire somebody who you can put in the field to produce income? And so in my opinion, the answer is who should you hire first is both. Now, hear me out, right? You as a business owner, you have to be intentional. If you're gonna run calls as a solo technician, it's perfectly fine, do it. And if you wanna get more comfortable where you're just running calls and you're doing less back office stuff, you have to have your SOPs into place so you can hire somebody to answer the phones, do any billing, follow up with customers, etc., right? That gives you the freedom to be able to go out, take care of what you need to do with the customers in the homes, in the businesses, and once you're finished, you can go back in and you can assist that person who's working the back office duties, okay? And you can do that, and that's probably the most efficient way to do it if you just want to run calls by yourself, okay? And not worry. And the easiest way to do it is to hire someone virtually, either part-time or full-time. You understand when your calls are most heaviest, right? In the morning time, you get the most calls, follow-ups from the previous day, or new calls that are coming in. So you want to make sure you're staffed appropriately. Virtual assistants are great ways to do that, where you can hire someone and it won't break the bank, but then at the same time, you can get somebody very competent to be able to partner with you and work with you to help build and grow what you're doing in your business. Now, if you're not in this bracket and you want to expand for the sake of expanding, then you gotta just double down. So if you're gonna get out of the truck, you wanna at least be able to bring in 2 additional technicians outside of yourself. Don't say I'm gonna bring in 1, because what 1 will do, you'll have the same problems that you're gonna have with 2. Now, hear me out. So you hire 1 technician and now you have to train the technician, so that slows you down. Or you're not going to train the technician and you're not slowing down, so the technician is not slow. Or you hire somebody who costs you more, who doesn't need training, but they can hit the ground and running. Now, from this, you're still going to lose money because you're going to have to pay that technician to do the work. They can do the work and they're going to want to do more work because they're going to want to get paid more, right? If you're following a commission-based strategy or even an hourly based, right? You're going to pay for that experience, which is totally fine. But if you're by yourself, paying for the experience up front means that you need to be able to get more calls in. So you need to have his table full and your table full. But if you hire a technician first, how can you fill both plates without having someone answer the phone, okay? Now, the most optimum way to do it, in my opinion, is to hire a CSR first, because that'll help you learn what you have to do to be able to give someone standard operating procedures, okay? And it's a lot more effective creating and developing operating procedures to be able to answer the phones, do authorizations, handle customer complaints, etc., versus standard operating procedures for a technician if you never created standard operating procedures for a technician, okay? Now, when you hire your CSR and you work through the problems that you're gonna have, right, developing your own standard operating procedures, SOPs are not universal because you don't use the same software that every other company uses. You don't have the same hours. You don't schedule the same way. You don't have the same skill sets. But it's good to understand what a template looks like. What should you have in place that you can tweak, okay, within your business? And the same goes for technicians, okay? Now, once you hire your CSR, you wanna hire 2 technicians, okay? Because if you're gonna train, right, especially if they don't have experience, you wanna hire 2 at a time, okay? Now, if you do find one that has experience, you can maybe get away with hiring one and then filling up your plate, but regardless, you still have to jump that hurdle to be able to hire the second technician because you want the productivity of your technicians to be able to pay for your back office items, which includes your customer service rep. And it becomes very difficult when you only have one to do that, okay? Now, if you're running calls and the other person's running calls, remember, you're already taking a pay cut when you hire the CSR. You're taking a pay cut when you're hiring another technician. So if you're hiring 2, you're not bringing in any extra back office support, but now you're able to duplicate yourself 2 times over. You can still run calls. The 2 new guys can still run calls. And then now you can get out of that dip a lot faster. So no matter what you do, you're gonna dip in your revenue. So you have to be prepared. So that's why I always say, be prepared, have money set aside so that way you can do what you need to do comfortably and not panic those first 30 to 90 days that you're running out of money or this thing isn't working. Because it works, you just have to be patient, okay? So I hope this answered your question. There is no right or wrong way. It just depends on what your, eventually what your goal is. Do you want to have, you know, a couple technicians that works for you, or do you want to run it by yourself? Okay, it is not recommended for you to hire a helper and then also hire a CSR, because now you just have double dead income. You have to have an income producing employee, right, to be able to offset some of those back office expenses. So if you are getting a little bit older and you're like, hey, I don't have the skill sets to be able to hire and train, then join the Business Accelerator, join our coaching calls, just like the one we're gonna have this Wednesday, where we talk about hiring customer service agents. How do we find them? How do we interview and screen them? And then how do we put them through the training to make sure they're good based on what we do as our, within our company. So again, if you found value in this video, please share, like, and watch some more videos. I got plenty of stuff on the channel for free, so watch it, and then join the free group too. It's portal.appliancebosscourse.com. Again, it's portal.appliancebosscourse.com. Link is in the description, and I'll see you next time. Peace.